I think the game is up for that despicable, gross and scatterbrained Green Senator Lidia Thorpe as well. We have all seen through her now, although some of us saw through her months ago. The way all sides of politics and beyond savaged her on Friday was extraordinary and I think pleasing. She deserves everything that's coming to her. Before this week, you know how she behaved in the Senate. She treated it like some kind of crass soapbox in a back alley of Melbourne, screaming and ranting while another MP was speaking. The way she treated the Speaker, with fist raised and yelling over him, should have seen her expelled from the House for months. But of course, everyone is tippy-toed around Lidia Thorpe because she's fighting the good fight for Indigenous Australians. Well, no, she is not. Her black armband arguments are destroying decades of hard work by legitimate, constructive, Indigenous voices, dividing this nation like no one else has. And then this past week, the clanger. We discovered that while she was on the Law Enforcement Committee of our federal parliament, no less, receiving briefings on gang crime and drug smuggling from the federal police, she's cuddling up with a former Rebels bikie boss. And she didn't seem to think it was a conflict of interest. If you believe that this is some kind of honest mistake, you believe in fairies at the bottom of the garden. And as a sidebar to that scandal, her actual boyfriend at the time realised this week through the headlines that Lidia had been two-timing him with the bikie boss. What a foul piece of work. And yet little Adam Bant won't send her packing. He is a complete weasel. And where's the permanently offended Green Sarah Hanson-Young? She of unshakable morals. Where's her outrage? Oh, that's not so convenient in this case, of course. Let's make this clear. What Thorpe did was a contempt of the parliament without question. She should be expelled from that parliament. If that is the best we can find to fill a Senate seat, no matter which party we're talking about, Australian politics has lost the plot. And I was so happy to hear Indigenous academic Marsha Langdon on the ABC slam Thorpe for her crimes against the Indigenous cause.
Have to draw the conclusion that she does not have the judgment to handle the Indigenous Affairs portfolio, which anybody must surely understand consists of a range of extremely complex matters, such as closing the gap, the referendum on the voice, and so many other issues. I would like the Greens to totally ditch their present set of policies, which look like they were written on the back of a bar tab.
Well done, Marsha. Doesn't that say it all? Thorpe is destroying the productive reconciliation between black and white in this country. She is a wrecker. She's no saviour. And if Adam Bant had any intestinal fortitude, he'd expel her from the party tonight. She is a blight on our political system. And I wonder whether the Greens are going to be so gung-ho now to ensure open public hearings be held by the soon-to-be-formed National Anti-Corruption Commission. Because as Opposition Leader Peter Dutton said on Sky today, he'd be happy to refer Lidia Thorpe's conflict of interest to the Commission.
The Greens are out there saying how holy they are, and the Labor Party and the Liberal Party are just as bad as each other and the rest of it. I mean, no suggestion of this nature has ever been made against somebody from the Liberal Party. Sam Dastyari is probably the closest you've come in the Labor Party, but it's really quite remarkable that the Greens would not refer this matter to the Corruption Commission when it's formed, but she should be out of the Parliament by then.
How are the Greens going to handle a day or two in the brand spanking new witness box, do you think? Maybe they'll go soft on the public hearing idea from now on. There'll be some parliamentary committee hearing into Lidia Thorpe's case, and that's as weak as water. There is zero doubt that this is a shocking conflict of interest. It's not a possible case. It is a conflict of interest. So skip that step. Where's the Australian Federal Police? They should get a warrant tomorrow and investigate every communication Lidia Thorpe had with the former bikie boss. It seems very likely to me that plenty was shared on the pillow, which had a high degree of interest to both of them. And where are the election campaign warriors for integrity on this? Where are the Teals? Here they are at their joint press conference today, standing up for integrity, castigating Thorpe and calling for a major police investigation into this. Oh, that's right. There wasn't any press conference today or any other day because the Teals are greenies in Gucci. Despite who they try to sound like, especially in an election campaign, they are upwardly mobile Greens. No more, no less. Their silence protects Lidia Thorpe. And all you people who voted for them, by the way, should apologise to the rest of us. They weren't Conservative. They weren't true independents. They are the glitzy branch of the Greens Party. Not a word of condemnation under their fierce defence of integrity. What do they say? The standard you walk past is the standard you set. Well, the same goes for Adam Bant. He's hiding too, hoping this all goes away very quickly. This should be the first case sent to an anti-corruption commission. The fact that Lidia Thorpe will turn up to Parliament House on Tuesday and be allowed to carry on regardless is a slight on every MP in the House.